Chapter 1: The Illusion of Intelligence. The world is not run by the smartest people. It is not governed by the kindest, the most moral, or the most hard-working. Look closely. The people who control attention, resources, and influence operate on a completely different cognitive layer. You were taught that intelligence equals IQ, problem-solving speed, memory, academic performance. This definition exists for one reason: to keep productive workers efficient and obedient. It rewards compliance, not power. Real dominance uses another form of intelligence, a darker one. Dark intelligence is the ability to read what is not said, to notice emotional undercurrents, to sense shifts in power before they become visible, to detach from the desperate need to be liked and instead shape the environment around you. Most people live half asleep. They react emotionally without understanding why. They are manipulated by forces they never perceive. They believe they are players while functioning as pieces on someone else's board. If you've ever felt that others rise faster with less ability, if you've sensed that rules exist but were never explained to you, this is where that gap begins to close. This is not a discussion about morality. This is a discussion about survival. Let's talk about a man who was massively misunderstood. Niccolo Machiavelli. People paint him as a villain, a master of evil. But the truth, he wasn't evil. He was a realist, living in a world full of idealists who constantly confused their wishes with reality. And that, right there, is the most dangerous place you can be in life. That gap between how we want people to behave and how they actually do. It's in that gap where good, naive people get exploited. It's where you get exhausted, used up, and then tossed aside. Sound familiar? Think about it. You were always told to be good, be transparent, be predictable and easy to understand. But let's be honest, what did that really get you? Maybe you were betrayed by someone you trusted. Maybe you're feeling completely burnt out, watching people who are clearly less capable than you climb the ladder while you stay stuck, feeling invisible. Well, I'm here to tell you that phase of your life ends right now. What I'm about to share with you aren't just feel-good affirmations. They're not comforting stories to make you feel better for a minute. These are powerful psychological tools, specifically designed to help you dismantle manipulation and rebuild your mental autonomy. But I have to give you a serious warning. Knowledge like this is irreversible. Once you see the strings, you can never go back to being a puppet in the show. You're going to start seeing the power games that people play in their relationships, even with the people they supposedly love. You'll notice the silent, unspoken hierarchies that dictate everything at your workplace. And most importantly, you will begin to notice the weaknesses in your own reflection, the parts of you that allowed others to take advantage. So, if you're still attached to the idea of being a victim, if that identity gives you comfort, then this is your chance to leave. Click away now. Because for everyone who stays, what remains is what we call the desert of the real. It's a harsh landscape, but it's also where true power and freedom are found. This journey is about seeing the world as it is, not as we wish it would be. Are you ready to open your eyes? We're just getting started. Thanks for watching, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Chapter 3. The Law of Selective Silence. Most people speak to escape silence. Silence forces self-confrontation, and they fear it. So they explain themselves, overshare, justify, narrate their thoughts aloud. In doing so, they hand over the blueprint of their mind. Predictability is control. And predictability begins with unnecessary speech. Dark intelligence starts when words stop being a tool for approval and become instruments of precision. Machiavelli understood this. The quietest person in the room often holds the most power. Because information is currency. When you speak, you spend. When you listen, you accumulate. Think of the most intimidating person you've encountered. It wasn't the loud one. It was the still one, watching, saying nothing. Silence creates a vacuum. Human nature rushes to fill it. People reveal intentions, insecurities, strategies, simply because they cannot tolerate your stillness. Stop explaining yourself. Stop defending actions. No one earned the right to question. Offer nothing unless it is extracted. Become an information black hole. Absorb everything. Reflect nothing. When people cannot read you, they cannot plan against you. They grow cautious. They seek your approval. Silence is not emptiness. It is control made visible. You were taught to see the world in black and white, good or bad, fair or unfair, right or wrong. But what if I told you that this constant moral judgment isn't a virtue, but a leash holding you back? The truly strategic mind doesn't operate on that axis. It operates on a different one, effective versus ineffective. Think about it. Is a lion evil for hunting its prey? Is a hurricane immoral for tearing down a building? Of course not. These are just forces of nature, operating according to their own rules, without any concept of your personal sense of fairness. A lot of human suffering comes from this single mistake. We project our moral expectations onto a universe that is completely indifferent. You feel betrayed because you can't believe someone would act purely in their own self-interest. You feel angry or depressed because an opportunity you thought you deserved was taken away. You label these things as unfair and get stuck in that feeling. This is where a different kind of intelligence is required, a dark intelligence, if you will. It demands emotional detachment from judgment. Imagine a mechanic looking at a broken-down car. Does the mechanic get angry at the engine? Does he curse it for being broken? No, that would be a waste of time. He simply diagnoses the problem, figures out what's wrong, and then either fixes the broken part or replaces it entirely. He is focused on the mechanics of the situation, not the morality of it. This is the mindset you need to adopt when facing challenges or even attacks from others. Don't waste your precious energy on resentment or feeling wronged. Resentment clouds your judgment and weakens your ability to think clearly. It makes you predictable and easy to manipulate. Instead, when something happens, ask yourself a different set of questions. Why did this person do this? What strategic advantage are they trying to gain? Where is their leverage point, and how can I neutralize it? This isn't about being evil. It's about seeing the world for what it is, a complex system of power, leverage, and strategy. This is what we call strategic amorality. It's crucial to understand this doesn't mean abandoning your own ethics or becoming a bad person. It means you stop letting your personal ethics blind you to the raw mechanics of power that are always at play. Whether you acknowledge them or not, you can still choose to do the right thing. But you'll do it with your eyes wide open, understanding the real game being played around you. After all, what good is being a good person if you have no power, no influence, and no ability to protect yourself or the things you care about? A good person without power isn't virtuous. They are, quite simply, a victim waiting to happen. By understanding these dynamics, you're not becoming the villain. You're just learning how to navigate a world where villains exist. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more insights into the hidden mechanics of power. Chapter 5: Controlled Vulnerability. There is a myth that dark intelligence means emotional coldness. That's beginner-level thinking, the posture of someone trying to look dangerous. True dark intelligence understands one thing clearly. Humans are emotional creatures. Appear flawless and you invite envy. Appear invulnerable and people will want to cut you open just to prove you bleed. So you give them a flaw. A small one, harmless, selected, a minor weakness, a self-deprecating admission, a request for a trivial favor. This triggers the Benjamin Franklin effect. When people help you or perceive you as imperfect, their guard lowers. They feel superior or bonded. They think, he's like me, good, while they connect with the weakness you allowed them to see. Your true strengths remain hidden. Your plans stay locked behind a door they never notice. Never expose your throat, but let them see a scratch on your arm. A comfortable opponent is an exploitable one. Chapter 6: The Law of the Mirror. We live in an age of extreme narcissism. Everyone is the protagonist of their own film. Others exist as background characters. Your mistake has been trying to impress them. Dark intelligence dictates something else. Become the mirror. Reflect their emotional tone. Match their energy. Use their words. Subtly align posture and rhythm. When you mirror someone, they don't see you. They see themselves. And people love what reflects them. They will describe you as intelligent, empathetic, charismatic, even if you said almost nothing. This is not manipulation for performance. This is intelligence gathering. While they admire their reflection in you, you study their triggers, values, insecurities. You map their psychology. Mirrors have no ego. They simply reflect. Let them pose. While they're distracted by their own image, you move pieces on the board unseen. Chapter 7: Independence from Outcome. The root of anxiety is attachment to outcome. You want the job, the relationship, the approval, and because you want it, you signal desperation. Scarcity repels. Abundance attracts. Radical independence from outcome means, I will prepare and act, but I do not need this to survive. This is not surrender, it is leverage. The moment you can walk away from a negotiation, you gain power. The moment you can lose a relationship, you set standards. Fear of loss is enslavement. Accept the worst-case scenario mentally. Lose everything in imagination. Realize you survive. Once fear dissolves, you become dangerous. You speak truth without trembling. You take risks without collapse. The one who needs nothing often ends up with everything. Chapter 8. The Useful Enemy. Most people chase comfort and universal approval. This is a biological error. Conflict sharpens intelligence. Without resistance, the mind atrophies. Machiavelli advised rulers not just to prepare for war, but to study it constantly. An enemy focuses you, reveals blind spots, forces discipline. Without enemies, ego decay sets in. History proves it. Tesla needed Edison. Ali needed Fraser. Friction creates fire. Do not complain about those who challenge you. Use them. Let their doubt fuel precision. Let their hostility refine your discipline. More importantly, nothing unites people faster than a shared enemy. If you want to build loyalty, identify a threat, not love. Choose an adversary worthy of your potential, and let the struggle elevate you. Chapter 9. The Law of Persona. You believe you are one personality. That authenticity demands consistency. This is false. You are different with your mother than your rival, different with your partner than your superior. Dark intelligence is conscious control of these masks. I'm just being myself is often an excuse for lack of self-discipline. Your personality is not your identity. It is a tool. Authority mask for negotiations. Protector mask for family. Silence where noise weakens. This is not deception. It is calibration. Machiavelli wrote that a ruler must be both lion and fox. Strength without cunning gets trapped. Cunning without strength gets devoured. Be water. Take the shape of the vessel. When the vessel breaks, flow. Chapter 1. Integrating the shadow, the deepest law. Society tells you to be harmless, to suppress anger, ambition, dominance. But harmless is not virtuous. Harmless is weak. Dark intelligence demands integration of your monster. You are capable of cruelty, of manipulation, of destruction. Acknowledge it. If you deny your darkness, you will never recognize it in others. Worse, it will control you unconsciously through resentment, sabotage, and passive aggression. Bring it into the light. Name it. Master it. When you can destroy but choose restraint, that is virtue. Machiavelli's ideal leader was not a saint. He was a man capable of harsh methods in service of higher aims. You need that edge. That look that says, I am peaceful by choice, not by inability. Once integrated, fear dissolves. The world's darkness no longer threatens you, because you command your own. These laws are not a checklist. They are a filter. From now on, you will see differently. Silence will speak. Mirrors will reveal themselves. Lions and foxes will stand out. You are no longer a civilian in a psychological war. You are a combatant. The only question left, do you have the courage to apply what you now understand? If you're still listening, you already know the answer.